Hello viewers, welcome to Sunday Politics on Trust Television, coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Ali M. Ali, your host. With just a few days to the commencement of the campaigns for various elective offices, snippets of how the campaign by some of the parties will be run or conducted is already circulating in social media. Essentially, some of these campaign snippets center around individuals and they make a parody of their weaknesses and frailties, really not sending much clear messages apart from emphasizing their weaknesses. Rarely did some of these messages put forward what will be the issues. People pontificate about the need for issues-based campaigns in the coming election. Some ask, what are the issues? Are they economic, social, or political? Joining me to discuss the topic is Alhaji E.D. Farouk, former Director General of National Orientation Agency, a familiar face in this program. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Viewers, before we continue, we take a quick break, and when we come back, we continue with the topic. Thank you. Don't go away. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you are just tuning in, you are watching Sunday Politics coming to you from Abuja, the nation's capital. And you're with me in the studios is Alhaji E.D. Farouk, the former Director General of National Orientation Agencies. Now, what do you understand are issue-based campaigns?
Yeah, first and foremost.
What are the issues?
The issues confronting the Nigeria of today are known to everyone. Everyone feels the pain, insecurity, the corruption fight, the poverty, and it's a myriad of problems that is known to everyone. And I do not agree to you that they are not having issue-based campaigns yet, because in any case, the campaigns have not even started. So what you're seeing on social media is more like shadow boxing, getting to weaken the other, because they are all opponents looking for the same thing. So the issues that confront the Nigeria of today is abject poverty. Education is in shambles, as you know. So what else is not even in shambles? So, like I said, it's a myriad of problems. But from what I can even say in the very beginning of leading to the campaign, I hear some of the candidates, the ones you can hear from, and there are not too many, they are talking about they are in a position to sort this out, to sort that out, because basically it's all about sorting out going forward.
Yes, sir, you were saying?
Sorting out our problems, basically, that's it.
So the problems, like you said, a lot of citizens, like you said, so many issues are not just right. Education, economy, and so on and so forth. Now, one would say that all the political parties, they have a manifesto. But we've seen that in the previous elections, really, the manifesto, even voters are familiar with some of the manifesto. Now, if you were to set this agenda now, what would you recommend to be the main issue that politicians or political parties should concentrate on?
First, their manifesto, some of the manifestos are about, like for the PDP, The manifesto is about nearly 20-something years old. For the APC, it's about 10 years old. Even for the NMPP, their manifesto is about 21 years old, because that's how long they have been on the scene. Labour, as you know, is also that long. But other things, contending things, something that have come superior to even their manifesto, have come into play. Because most of them, in their manifesto, the dollar was not 700 naira, 700 naira to the dollar. The insecurity that we have today was not around then. So basically, their manifesto needs to be revisited. But outside their manifesto, they should talk to us as to what they can do to really take us out of the doldrums that we have found ourselves in. The doldrum of insecurity, poverty, lack of, as you know, the universities are on strike for the past 6 months. Students are not in school. So basically, these things were not envisaged in their manifestos, therefore it wasn't there. So they should now have to add like an addendum to their manifestos moving forward.
Now, some of the things you just said, like, for example, the exchange rate, when some of the manifestos of these political parties were written, they did not envisage, for example, the increasing devaluation of the nation's currency now. And then the heightening insecurity. Well, the government lately has been thumping its chest, and one would say that, yeah, an appreciable level of improvement, we say, maybe in some some key areas, at least.
In what key area?
Well, in one, for example, now, as far as security is concerned, the notorious Kaduna, Abuja stretch of road, the spate of, you say, kidnapping has eased in the last couple of weeks, so to say. But beyond that, there are other places where you see occasional breaches, banditry is going on, clashes, farmer herders. Well, these are some of the places that the government recently, the Minister of Information, about a week ago or so, reeled out some of the successes recorded by.
Yeah, but even as we speak, there are about 20, 25 family members of so many people still in the hands of the bandit.
Yes.
From the train crash, for instance. Why are we not applying technology? Even the Kaduna-Abuja road you talk about, I haven't been there in a little while, but then I understand that a lot of soldiers are around there. Is that how it should be? We should apply technology, and with technology, for goodness sake, Mala Ali, I think we would not be exposing our soldiers to, or our security operatives to harm's way. Because whilst they are there, they can still be attacked. And I'm happy you said it has eased. When it has eased, it hasn't been totally removed. It's just taking a nap, so to speak. We should apply the right technology to fight insecurity. Seems to me that we are not. And that is why we are in the position that we are in today.
So now, yes. Now
I do not agree with the minister who says that things have abated. It has not. Up till now, you still hear in Katsina area and some places, the bandits, they have just relocated. If they are not on the Kaduna-Abuja road anymore, it's to mean that they've gone to somewhere else. Nigeria should be free of this banditry. And if we apply the right technology, I don't think we will be where we are today. We should be out of it. And the person we need next as our president is that who can think out of the box so that we can get out of all this mess that we are in and begin the road to to recovery, so to speak.
So in other words, what you're saying now in the run-up to, in the days leading to the commencement of the campaign, is that one of the issues that should dominate all the parties should be concerned about is an issue that has cropped up after perhaps the party manifestos have been written, the issue of insecurity, how to improve it, and how to deploy, how to deploy technology. So when you say deployment of technology, yes, people will say, exactly what are we talking about here? People argue that, yes.
You mean government doesn't know? When you say, excuse me, let us put it like this. If you recall, a few months back, one American was kidnapped from God knows where and taken to some, what's it called? They came in from America to pick that person out of the hands of bandits. What did they deploy? They're not magicians or wizards. They deploy technology to know where they are. People use telephones to make calls. I'm not an expert in this, but I know that with the deployment of technology, you know where they are, and you can pick them up, so to speak.
Exactly. That is not nuclear science. You can actually telephone, they emit signals, and then these signals can be tracked, coordinates can be detected, and then the allocation.
I like my interview with you, because you're also very knowledgeable.
No,
thank you for.
No, sir. I'm just saying that.
Because really, that's exactly as it is. They came from America and picked the man out and went and killed all the bandits. It's an indictment on all Nigerians, as a matter of fact. That's why we have lost a lot of respect in the world. Egypt itself won't even give you visa to go to Egypt for medicals until you go through, because we have lost respect. Turkey here won't give you visa because of that jailbreak. They are wondering what kind of jailbreak. We are notorious terrorists who are released, not by government, but by their own kind. So they don't even know who is the terrorist. So you have to go through quite a lot of pains before you can even go out of Nigeria now, because they don't know who the terrorist is. So basically, if you apply technology, we would do better. Well, and even on the economy.
Yes.
For goodness sake, I want to ask Omefele, why do we have so many windows in the central bank for the dollar? Meaning that if I know him very well, I don't know how they apportion this money, but it is not right. I thought that the dollar, if it is 150 naira, should be 150 naira for everybody.
Yeah, hold that thought there, Alhaji Idi Farouk. We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we continue. Viewers, we take a short break, and when we come back, we continue with our discussion. And we dwell on the exchange rate, which our guest has listed as some of the issues that should dominate discussion, should dominate the campaign leading to 2023 election. Don't go away, stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. You are watching Sunday Politics on Trust Television, and we've been discussing certain issue-based campaign agenda for the 2023 election. And our guest today is Alhaji Idi Farouk, the former Director General of the National Orientation Agency. Just before we went on break, he isolated and discussed some of the issues that should dominate the campaign in the coming election. And he spoke briefly, well, not on insecurity, how to go about his deployment of technology. And just before we went on that break, he began to explain about the exchange rate. That is talking about the economy now. We should dominate one of the issues that should dominate discourse in the coming election. Now, when you said you were making reference to the CBN governor, and then the dollar exchange rate, yes.
Not to the governor.
Yeah, well, through the CBN. So you mean you're not satisfied with the micro and macroeconomic policies of the, monetary policies, of the CBN?
Has it worked? Has it worked? I was to travel.
So how to save the naira now should concern...
I'm not an economist.
No, but ordinary...
Because I'm just...
Even pedestrian economy...
pedestrian walking along the street person.
Yeah, but the monetary policies are meant for people like
the fact that I traveled just recently and I bought the dollar at 630. If I had kept the dollar that I bought, 5 days later, it was 690.
Now it's over 700.
So meaning that I should have made even a profit. So something must be wrong with the economic policies of
monetary policies,
or
yes.
whatever, or monetary policies. It is not working. So they need to rejig. They need to think out of the box to get us out, because it is like for instance, the central bank governor, he's the central bank governor. And he has his responsibility. He should understand his brief. And his brief is to make life easy for the ordinary Nigerian. But you can't tell me that the dollar has 3, 4, 5, same dollar, same country. For you, it can be 400. For me, it is 600. What this therefore means is that you don't even need to work. You take that 400 and get even 500, you're making 100 on every dollar you sell. It just can't work like that.
But some will say this dual exchange rate has been in existence since the second... It
doesn't really matter. The man on board now should know whether that dual exchange rate is working for the people. It definitely is not working for the people. And the kind of president I wish to see is that which will come and close all those windows and let us know what exactly the dollar is. Because the dollar is very critical to our overall economy, is it not? Somebody will buy it at 400, another will get... No, we can't be yo-yoing as we are now. So that's my take on that. It's not as if to say I'm an economic expert.
But
I'm not.
Over time now, most ordinary Nigerians have become economists of some sort. But even informed economists like the former CBN governor and the former emir of Kano have argued in the past that what we have now is a rent economy, according to him. Precisely a rent economy.
Rent?
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely for these reasons you adumbrated.
Exactly.
That is, if you have more than a single exchange rate, some people will just sit because they have their connection.
By the way, we even have a central bank governor who paid 100 million naira to contest election, and even took government and all to court to allow him keep his seat and contest the election. What's going on here in Nigeria?
Okay.
That's the question I'm asking.
Yes, well, because we're looking at how do we set the issue-based campaign
that is
agenda.
an issue.
Yeah, it's an issue. But also we look at the insecurity, which is key, because any economy that there is a lot of insecurity, capital would not stay there now. You've just listed two. What other issues do you think should dominate discourse now? We talked about insecurity, we talked about the economy itself, and because of the... Yes.
Education is also key to the survival of any nation.
Now, talking about education and this lingering impasse between the government and academic staff union, which has undermined, if you like, growth, because there's not,
Both sides have a problem as far as I'm concerned. One, the problem of government is that, if government makes a deal, you should keep to it. If you make a promise as government, you must keep to it. But on the side of the ASU, I recall that in the last general election, they called off strike so that their members can go and conduct election. or rather they didn't call off the strike, they suspended the strike so that their members can go and conduct election.
As returning officers.
I mean, it doesn't really, on whose side, who are they fighting this for? Is it for self, or is it for the overall benefit of education? And in any case, 6 months is too long for any right-thinking group.
And still counting, because the 6 months, we are still counting.
Yes,
they are not suspended the strike.
It doesn't really make sense. If they they have made their point. You get what I mean? They go back and get the students. And when the students, there are so many ways they can talk about. You cannot keep students out of, what's it called? Because one, you want your own benefits.
No, but ASU, what ASU is saying is not so much that they are concerned about their emolument. It's key, their salary. But then they are concerned about the decay in the university system.
There is decay.
Yes.
There is decay, no doubt, but they also include their emolument. So if you do the decay and you don't do the emolument, you have not satisfied their, what's it called? I also agree that they should be better paid. But so should every other person be better paid. The soldiers should be better paid. The police should be better paid. The journalists should be better paid. It's something that cuts across all strata of our society.
Yes.
So it's not only to them. So I would advise that let reason prevail.
Yes.
For goodness sake, you make strike for 6 months and you still counting. And the government here is also folding its eyes, really don't know what's going on. I don't think they are taking the interest, both sides are not taking the interest of Nigerians and our children in the mix.
So what would you advise both parties to do now?
It will begin with us going back to class. They are the ones that have left the class. And don't forget, when you have this decay, the decay you are talking about, there will further be decay. Let me tell you, come on, I have not been to my house in Kaduna for about 4 or 5 months, and suddenly some places are cracking. Now you have left those classes unattended, the campuses unattended, their hostels unattended, grasses are growing up and down. That decay which you want to sort out, you are creating further decay. So really, I think that common sense should prevail and let them go back. I'm not those that would say their reward is in heaven. I want their reward also to be here.
Yeah,
but in so doing, they should apply common sense, for goodness sake. It makes our degrees from our university to be worthless. A 3-year-old, a
4-year course.
Yes, 4-year course will become 6. Well, I mean, really, what's going on? But government should also be very concerned about this. And government, like I said earlier on, if you make promises, please keep them. And if you are not able to keep all the promises you make, please meet them up somewhere.
Well,
but this, I won't do it. I won't go back.
Yes.
Yes, none of you is suffering this thing.
Yes.
It's only the children.
Yes, sir. But sir, what you've discussed, these are the major, economy, security, and education. But some people also say, look, they're thinking that perhaps an issue that should concern all the parties is other, even more structural problems, like restructuring now. People are of the view, and then like restructuring federalism, the nature of our federalism. What are your thoughts on that? It should be an issue that should be part of the, yes.
Yeah, first, I do not understand the hula baloo and what's it called about restructure. But this is my take. If we can go back, if restructuring means that we should go back to how we were before 1966, I agree. Because in
what we had before loose federation, times, yes.
Yeah, loose federation. You build, Awolowo, may so rest in peace, built the first television station in Africa. Our revered leader, may also grant him eternal peace, Sedona, he looked at it and built his own for the North. The same was repeated by Azikiwe. You build a good university, I build a good university. It was a healthy
competition for infrastructural development.
And developing the people inclusive.
Yes.
And up to today, all our politicians will still call on these people to succeed. Is to mean that that coup was the most senseless thing that could have happened to Nigeria.
So you are of the view that perhaps there should be some kind of constitutional amendment? The
party should Nigeria probably is the only country in the world that if it can go back to be how it was 30, 40 years ago, it has progressed. Are you aware?
Progress?
If we can go back to how we were.
Oh, how we were, say, in 1984?
Not 84, 66.
Or how we were before the first military incursion?
We have progressed. Check out, at that time, we don't even know dollar. We were spending our pound. You know, I mean, our children don't even know this in history. Another stupidity that we did, canceling history from our educational whatever. But all the same, tell me, I mean, if you tell me restructuring is to bring about state police,
yes.
I agree. Because growing up, I knew that even the national NA,
you have 1
native
minute.
Authority.
We have 1 minute for you to make all your points about that.
NA had police. The Emir of Kano, may so rest in peace, Ado Bayero, was also the Wakili Ndoka. And there was peace and security. Meaning that if we can go back to how we were, alhamdulillah, better.
Well, thank you very much, Alhaji Idi Farouk. We're just getting into the depth of the discussion, especially concerning restructuring, but time is not on our side. We thank you very much for gracing our studios. We wish that when next we call you on ours. Thank you. Well, viewers, we come to the end of today's program. See you another time. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.